Hey, my Taurus babies, how you doing? This is EJ from Torino Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good week. Hopefully you're going to have a good start to the weekend tomorrow. This is going to be towards your weekend update, rolling Friday through Tuesday. Friday tomorrow the 13th through Tuesday the 17th. As a lot of you already know now, I have a sick brother. So I am not in my usual place. That's why my little setup looks a little different. I'm at my cousin's house again. All is well so far. So keep us in your prayers. At any rate, been sitting here contemplating the Taurus reading for the past 20 or 30 minutes. I know for a lot of the Taurus readings that I've been doing, the Choose Wisely card has been popping up. I know a lot of you are in decision-making mode about a lot of shit. The least of which is your love life. Things are going to, for those of you that it hasn't, things are going to start turning around here very shortly. I know I've been saying this all year long. Hang on. It's here. It's just unfolding rather slowly. For a lot of you, you may not know things are unfolding and you still may be clueless about what the fuck is really going on. So, my best suggestion to those of you that are in that energy, grab a Coke, get you a bag of popcorn, and sit back. It's coming. And it's happening, for a lot of us, it's happening in a lot of different ways. Depending on what you have in your natal chart will depend on how this last full moon, which is today, the 12th, the last full moon of the decade, last full moon of the year, how it's going to impact you. Full moons always relate to females, lunar, and a Luna, and the endings, the fullness of things. So a lot of times, if you pay attention, a lot of times things that you've been working on will conclude on or near a full moon. Same can be said about new projects. A lot of times you won't realize it, but you'll be starting something new at the beginning of a new moon cycle. So we're at a full moon cycle, which is the completion pretty much of the last new moon. So for those things that are a little more short term, they'll be ending as well. New moon energy, or full moon energy, I'm sorry, can take almost 90 days. I know that sounds crazy, but depending on, again, what you have in your natal chart, whatever else happens to be going on in the universe and the galaxy, with the sun, the moon, and the stars, can determine how impactful any full moon can be. This is a pretty big one because we actually went through a portal today, the 12/12 portal. And this is all about beginnings, new beginnings in particular, clearing up old shit, getting rid of things that no longer serve you, getting away from people that no longer serve your greater purpose. And I know for a lot of you that's a struggle because you could very well be talking about family members. But it is what it is. However, you're going through it or looking at it. The thing to remember is that the bigger thing for Taurus, it's about the change. And it's about us going through the change and dealing with Uranus in our sign. So just be aware. You're changing. Circumstances are changing. People are changing. The whole 9 yards. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay, so just be mindful of that. And as you try to work through whatever energy, just know that you're in for a lot of change. A lot of us haven't had the opportunity to change because we've been stuck in these ruts for so long and there hasn't really been any energy to help us move forward or get unstuck. Dealing with people, that's what I was talking about, that no longer serve your purpose. There may be people in your experience, and it may be family members. Let's get that part straight. Sister, brother, aunt, uncle, mama, daddy, doesn't matter. People that just, they're on their thing and they don't understand your thing, and being around that person or those people doesn't do anything but just cause a whole lot of extra unnecessary, extra added bullshit. That part right there. Life is not supposed to be like that. It is not. You should not have to go through life dreading dealing with somebody or feeling bad because somebody else has got issues and they're trying to make you feel bad. You don't have to go through life like that. You just don't. So you got people in your experience, people in particular, they're no longer just serving your general purposes. They're not helping you get ahead in life, and they're just draining you. Energy, finances, resources, whatever the hell. Let them go. Let them go. If they're not helping you move along, let it go. That's the best thing I can say. So, overall energy, trapped in fear, is pulling the Knight of Swords. Wisdom is pulling the King of Swords. For tomorrow, suffering in silence is pulling the Nine of Wands. Saturday, spiritual strength is pulling the World. Sunday, throat chakra or the I speak is pulling the Six of Coins. Monday, financial and material changes pulling the Knight of Coins. And Tuesday, the I want, the sacral chakra, is pulling the Ten of Wands. So this is where we are for this weekend. Our overall energy, for the most part, is that we are up in our heads with a whole bunch of bullshit. So on the front end, a lot of us, just said, making the decisions. Ooh, I put it over here. Trapped in fear. A lot of us are feeling this, trapped in fear. Don't know what kind of decision you need to make. Don't know, which way you should be turning for all of that. The fuck. And so for a lot of us, it's just like you're just kind of frozen, just trapped in fear because you don't know if you do this or you do that, how it's going to turn out. And for a lot of us, that's the energy. Be mindful. This is not going to resonate with everybody. This is only going to resonate with some. A lot of parts of this might resonate with some of everybody. So eat the fish, leave the bones. But however, those of you that are just kind of stuck in this energy, just trapped in fear, I don't know which way to go. It's okay to feel like this. There's nothing wrong with feeling like this. What's wrong and what can happen is you stay in this and then you just become, what do they call it? Analysis paralysis. That shit right there. So it's okay to feel like this, but be certain that you're trying to make moves to get out of that and deal with whatever issues you have, whatever insecurities you may be dealing with to have you trapped in fear to make some kind of decision or make some kind of movement forward. Just make sure you don't stay stuck in this energy because you're not trying to be here in April. I'm just saying. On top of that, with the Knight of Swords, it's about that running around for shit, running behind shit that may not actually be in your best interest. Weren't we talking about this before? About dealing with people that don't actually serve your purposes, and that this is coming up in the overall energy of speaking volumes to me. A lot of you are trying to chase that damn thing, whatever that thing is that you think is going to work. The perfect family, the perfect relationship, the perfect job, the perfect whatever. And all you're doing is just running around chasing a dream, which again, in turn, has you feeling like you're trapped in fear because everything you're trying to do is not working. And maybe that's the universe trying to tell you it ain't supposed to work and you need to leave it alone. I'm just saying, I'm just going to put that there. But on the top end of that, it's that chasing that thing. Trying to chase the horse, chasing you, chasing horse. And every time you get in this, you realize whatever it is you're chasing after, it's not happening. And if it does happen, it's not going to be worth the happening anyway. On the back end of your overall energy, and grounding out with the wisdom card. So a lot of you know what you need to know. You're trying to apply this appropriately in terms of dealing with whatever situations, whether it's family. And for the most part, this reading is not quite quite so love heavy. I may turn around after this and just pull some cards for love just to see where those of you are that are dealing with love relationships. At any rate, for this being the bottom end of your overall energy, it's telling me that you know some shit ain't working right. You know it. And a lot of you are taking the stance of the King of Swords. So if the Queen of Swords is the bitch, you know what he is. He's just a son of a bitch. What the hell? He's just going to throw it at you. And this is really about the part of our minds, because this is air energy, so we're dealing with the intellect, that tries to weed out the chaff from the wheat. This is a part of our minds that tries to get things organized and blows out. Mind you, that's air energy. Hear what I'm saying to you? We try to blow out the bullshit and get shit where it should be. And it takes wisdom. What did I say last week about wisdom? I had something I said. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing you're not trying to put no tomato in no fruitcake. I'm just saying. That's wisdom. The difference between knowledge and wisdom. And so with the king being up here on top of that, it's telling me a lot of you are trying to blow out the cobweb so you can get unstuck and untrapped in fear and move ahead and quit chasing whatever bullshit somebody's got you running around chasing. For tomorrow, the Nine of Wands, suffering in silence. A lot of you in your places of work. Yeah, I said work. I didn't say nothing about no love. I'm sorry. But a lot of you in your places of work, your fucking head's on fire. About to blow up. And it's not necessarily because of anything that you're doing, Taurus. It's not you over-exaggerating. It's not you blowing things out of proportion. It's other people. But this in turn has you suffering in silence and just kind of biding your time. That is not a bad stance to have at this point, Taurus. I don't like the suffering part, but for a lot of you it is suffering because you're watching somebody fuck up a project, fuck up some work, fuck up whatever. And you know, at the end of the day, they're going to come back to you. Do you mind? We need some help. This is fucked up. And they fucked it up. Just continue to just hold your peace. Now, suffering in silence is a bit different than being trapped in fear. Suffering in silence is just that. You're suffering and you're not speaking on it. And at this point, I would say if it's work-related in particular, I would not speak on it. Number one, people's minds are not where they need to be right now. People are anywhere but work. Anywhere but work. They're trying to buy shit for Christmas. They online shopping. They doing some other shit. They on the phone with their friends, trying to figure out what club they going to. You know how this energy go. So it's too bad. I'll say this. It's too bad when we get to this time of year that we still have to focus on work, because it really would be more fun if we could just focus on the fun shit for 2 or 3 weeks and then go back to work. Unfortunately, the shit just don't work like that. So try to keep the head on fire part down to a dull roar. I know a lot of you are uncomfortable because you're watching somebody fuck some shit up. And you know you're going to be the one to have to get the broom and the dustpan and the wetback and clean some shit up. Just roll with it. And I'm saying it because in the next sentence, I got this looking at me. And so, as I'm saying, I know you're suffering in silence. I know your brain feels like it's about to blow out your head. Here, you get to Saturday's energy. And then I'm putting days on it. The universe, I keep telling y'all, don't give a fuck about a Rolex or a clock. So just be mindful of that. So this energy is going to flow in and out. But for what it is, Saturday's energy, spiritual strength. We can drag this spiritual strength right on back to Friday. Rely on your spiritual strength as you're watching somebody fuck up a project. That's what I'm going to say. Even if it's in school, just know, rely on your chant, mantra, whatever the hell you need to do. Just do it. Closure. This is definitely closing energy. So whatever this is at work may be closing, may be coming to an end, whatever project it is. Even somebody's job might be coming to an end. No, Taurus, I'm not talking about you, but this is the world card. So this is the energy that it's bringing to me. If it is not related to work, it could be very well that a lot of you are closing deals on houses. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what the hell. You may be closing deals on a variety of things. If you are an account executive and you've got some accounts that you need to close out for the end of the year, it's this kind of energy. Clearing up shit, but some of this is going to be difficult. Trying to get money, if you're trying to close out invoices, if you're trying to close out accounts, however it is, and we right back here. You're going to have to rely on your spiritual strength. You're going to have to chant it out, mantra it out, whatever. This is just a little blip on the screen, trust me. But you have to understand why your energy is closing up for the end of the year. A lot of other things and a lot of other people's situations are ending and closing up. And so some of you may see, because that's a major card, you may see some shifts at work with people in the next couple, 2-3 weeks. Getting promoted, getting moved, changed, transferred, relocated, however it's resonating with you. For some of you, the initial impact may cause you some woe. Yes, I said woe. W-O-E, yes. And again, we're talking about the spiritual strength. You're going to have to rely on this. You're just going to have to get with this. When we get to Sunday's energy and probably the middle of all of this, because I stuck it here in the middle, speaking. Some of you are speaking and you're telling too much of your damn business. This is I got all the resources card and I'm going to share all the wealth. Some of you are talking too much about the wealth. Need to hold it down. And this is among family members too. You may have some things going on. You know, the thing with family is you never know actually what anybody else is thinking, especially if you got any kind of dysfunction in your family. So I'm going to say this to those of you that are kind of operating in that realm. If you've got some kind of money coming, if you've got some kind of promotion coming, if you've got a thing, you get ready to get a new car, anything, I would just kind of keep it to myself. Hold your cards close to the vest until this energy clears up. That's the I speak chakra, that blue right there. Hold that down. All that, I got this and I won the lottery, I was the $500. Yeah, keep that to yourself. And some people just don't need to know. Some people are angling. Even some of you with friends, that's resonating too. Maybe trying to angle. They ain't got enough for Christmas, so oh shit, they done found out you done hit the lottery for $500 and they get ready to hit you up for $200. I'm just saying. So be mindful of that energy. And this is not, what's the word? This is not your usual group of folks that you know are struggling or need help or whatever. This is that odd group. You know, they show up right around the holidays looking for some shit. Show up at Easter time trying to see if they can get an extra egg or two. I'm just going to put that there. Mind what you're saying, Tauruses. Keep your cards close to your vest. I would say I wouldn't be talking about anything that I have right now to anybody that's not in your inner sanctum or inner circle until after Uranus goes direct January 12th. After that, feel free to walk among the cabin and talk to everybody. But right now, I would just kind of hold it close to my vest. Those of you, especially looking for promotions, trying to get other jobs, get out of your company, you blabbing off at the mouth to the wrong person might fuck you up and fuck your situation up where you won't be able to do anything. Just keep that thought. We get to Monday's energy. Financial and material changes in the Knight of Coins. Just the same thing I'm just saying back here about the I speak and not talking. Here you go. There's the proof in the pudding. Coins, Taurus. That's us. Pinty cows. A lot of you are moving up in the world. Next week, a lot of you may get phone calls. That if you're waiting on phone calls about transfers, relocating, promotions, new jobs at a distance. And for some of you trying to change schools, same thing. You'll hear, and there'll be a bump up with whatever it is you got coming. It might not be exactly what you want. So, for example, if you're trying to get a new job at a new company and your top out price was $65,000, they're going to come back with something a little closer to $59,000. I'm just saying, it's like that. And so you think about, as you're making decisions related to your financial and material changes, think about what you're doing. Is it worth it to make that change for a lesser amount of money? You're looking for 65, they're offering 59. Do you want to keep dickering with these people? Are they worth dickering with? A lot of times, the universe won't slow up a process. It'll just throw something out there that you might not be agreeable with to make you think about what you're doing. That's not to say you shouldn't do it, but maybe you need to go back and make sure the things that you are giving up, are worth giving up. Maybe that 42 you making, or 43 or 45, maybe it might be better to sit and wait for that 65 versus that 59. I'm just throwing it out there. For others of you, 59 might sound like Christmas time. So however that's resonating with you, but think about it. If it's coming back not the way you think you want it, take that moment. Is this really what I need to be doing? Number one. Number two, can I take the lesser part of what they're offering me and still be content? Because sometimes you be so anxious to get your ass out of where you are currently, you'll take anything. And then 6 months down the road, you be, the fuck did I do that bullshit for? I'm just saying. Been there, done that. But that's very much the energy that is coming off of here. It's Pentacles. So they're there. And it's going to, like I said, for a lot of you, it's going to be a good increase. But it might not be just quite what you think. When you get to that, this is not quite what I thought it was going to be moment. Think about that. And then make your decision. Get to Tuesday's energy, the sacral chakra, the I want, on that 10 of wands. Some of you are very much wanting to put down everybody else's bullshit. I did another personal reading today. And let me say this to those of you that have been trying to get personal readings. When I get back on my side of the world, which will be Monday, I promise you I will be back on top of my game. Just right now, trying to do a lot of personal readings, and other readings has been just sketchy at best here because I've been in and out of the hospital trying to keep up with my brother. So I had to throw that little part in there. However, those of you that have been picking up other people's shit, this card popped up in a reading I did today. Let me just put this where this is. You cannot effectively get what you want. When you stressed out because you carrying around somebody else's bullshit. Whether that's literally or figuratively, however that's resonating with you, I'm going to say it one more time. You cannot get what you want if you are busy schlepping around everybody else's wands. For some of you, this might be a fire sign you're dealing with. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You can't take on everybody else's burden. You cannot do what you want and do this too. So those of you that like doing this, some people like being in this energy. They like helping everybody, despite what's going on with them personally. You know, they just want to jump right in and help the world and to fuck with their health and whatever. If that's not you, put down everybody else's problems, their worries, their concerns, their responsibilities. Yes, I said it. So you can deal with those things that you want. Sometimes we get so caught up with people wanting this and needing that, and I gotta go help and they need my help. You know what? Help yourself first. Help yourself first. I said that. Yes, I did. Help yourself first. So you can get yourself out of this little fucked up ass energy of being trapped in fear. Running around chasing shit. Now this is making sense. Chasing shit for everybody else. Trying to find the right thing. And it's got to be perfect. Even Christmas gifts. Let's even go there. Because I know a lot of times folks end up doing all kind of crazy shit. Let's keep this down to a dull roar, Taurus. We are supposed to be about this right here. Money. The Pentacles. We are the kings and queens of the Pentacles. So let's not just get lost all up in somebody else's shit and end up spending our shit trying to make somebody else happy. If it's all like that, I wouldn't spend any money for Christmas. I'd have a smile and a bunch of hot chocolate for everybody, and that would be the end of it. And let's get to the real meaning of what we really celebrate. I'm just saying. But do not think you're going to get what you want and you at 10.400 level of stress. It ain't going to happen. It won't happen because you can't relax and enjoy your life and allow good to come in when you're looking like this. Your hands are full. How can you accept anything else? And now let's just go a step further. Your hands are full of somebody else's bullshit. That means you don't have open hands to get your shit. Yeah. We want to deal with some air energy. Get with this king right here. And let the air clear the cobwebs out. I'm just saying. Y'all got the wisdom. You know what a tomato is good for and what it ain't good for. Yes, it's a fruit, but it don't go in everything. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see what the oracle cards have for you, Taurus, for your weekend updates, December 13th through the 17th. Give me 5, universe. Give me 5 cards, please. Saw it first. I'm going to pull it first. Stay in your skin. Call on your healer guides. Ask your spirit helpers. Hello. Fake it till you make it. And, of course, time for crayons. Work that out. Stay in your own skin. And it's resonating so loudly over here, I can't even hear myself think. Stay in your own skin. Worry about your own shit. That part right there. Do not get all bent, twisted, and out of shape. And out of your lane trying to take care of somebody else's shit. I can't put that no plainer. These two. Call on your healer guides and call on your spirit helpers. It don't take nothing but to say help. And whoever your angels are, whoever you deal with, the fairies, the great pumpkin, whoever, call on them. Fake it till you make it. And I'm looking at this as I'm saying that shit. And I'm looking at this too. Trying to get your coin together. Financial and material changes. Trying to keep your mouth shut about financial and material changes. I'm just saying. Fake it till you make it. And that fake it part. You ain't got to tell everybody what you're doing. I thought you said you was going to get some money. You know what? Yeah, I didn't get the money. And keep it moving. You ain't got to tell everybody everything. And if you did tell everybody everything, you can always back that shit up. I'm just saying. Everybody's intentions around you right now. I need to say this too, Taurus. Everybody's intentions right now are not 100. So just know that. It's Christmas time, so a lot of people are angling for different shit. You know, they're trying to get shit lined up for January. Be mindful of that and do your best to just keep it to a dull roar to the second week of January. Fake it till you make it. In the meantime, my dear Taurus babies, looking all stressed out and whatnot, get some crayons. And this time I ain't even playing. Don't do anything else but get some crayons and some coloring pages. You can print them off the internet. Or you can make your own. But get some crayons and go color. Folks getting on your nerves. Kids getting on your nerves. I promise you, if you sit down at a table and you get some crayons and you start coloring, everybody in the house will be looking at you like, what the fuck? Did she lose it? But it's time. It's time to give your brain a break. You got to. You can't have all kind of shit going on, all kind of people around you, all kind of craziness going on, and you just don't take a moment. I keep telling y'all, this is life. That's all it is. It's life. And you have to live it. If you don't live it, it just sucks all the hell. And you have to live it for yourself. I don't know. Keep coming back here. You have to live this life for you. You can't take on everybody else's burdens and everybody else's worries and shit. This energy is going to wrap up. It's going to wrap up. And I dare say sooner rather than later. So all this kind of bumpy road, I don't know where I'm going shit, it's going to wrap up. It's going to wrap up and things are going to start moving forward. And if you've not rested, if you haven't had a time to get any kind of mental clarity, you're going to feel fucked up about it. So as often as you can, take a mental break. Let's see, I'm running at just about 30 minutes, so I'm going to take another 5. And I'm going to flip some cards for love just because I want to know, damn it. Universe, this is for the weekend update love portion for Taurus, running the 13th through the 17th of December, Friday through Tuesday. Let's see what we got going on. With love, I'm not going to pull too many. Will I be damned. Trapped in fear and emotional loss. Passion ignited. Recognition and reward. Triumphant success. Hope. Partnerships and alliances. I'll be damned. Let me chop these up real quick. Some of you are experiencing, some of you made some decisions and you are experiencing the emotional loss portion. I'm just reading the energy off of the cards here. For some of you that was difficult. Some of y'all had to make big adult decisions and let some folks go. Romantically. And it was by choice and not force. And a lot of you were just feeling that. Because for some of you, you like the person or the people. It may have been more than one person that you had to cross off the list. I know last week I was talking about choices. A lot of you had choices. You may have had to cut everybody off the list. And you're feeling that emotional loss, and that's okay. And then we just go back to the overall energy with the trapped in fear up there. Some of you are trapped in fear because you feel like you're trying to make decisions and shit's blowing back in your face. And it's not really blowing back in your face. The universe is just not giving you the opportunity to fuck up. That's what it is. You're actually being given a second, a third, and a fourth chance. Just know that part. So, trapped in fear. I don't have my little thing with all the, the thing that look like that. I'm not home. Don't have it. Sorry. But that's overall. 5 of Wands on top of the trapped in fear. Emotional loss pulls the 8 of Cups. Tomorrow, passion ignited. 7 of Coins. Saturday, recognition and reward is pulling the Knight of Cups. Somebody's singing their heart out. Sunday, judgment, triumphant success. Monday, hope pulls temperance. Partnerships and alliances, will I be damned. Woo! And this ain't them. This is you. I know. I don't fuss at me. I know. So, the love portion of the weekend update. I think this is the first time we've done this, but what the hell is Christmas time? Like I was saying as I was pulling the cards, a lot of you made decisions to let people, person, whatever, go. Because ultimately you're trying to get up off them damn rocky ass emotional cups and get your ass on to what you know, the terra firma. And in doing that, and good for you. Those of you that really did cut some folks out. Blocked them, deleted them, unsnapped them, unchatted them, whatever. No Instagram, just gone. Good for you. Good for you for standing up for your damn self and making a damn decision. But a lot of you were feeling this because a lot of you were going to spend the holidays now minus the +1 because you stood up and you made a damn decision. Take that little bit of grit and grind over the holidays because you're by yourself and be thankful. Because if you let somebody go, if you made a real good decision and you just said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't tolerate this anymore. I can't be second best anymore. However that's resonating with you, good for you. I'm applauding you. That's a good thing. Deal with these next little 2 or 3 little bullshit ass weeks on Christmas. If you're by yourself, get your shit together and come banging come January 1st. That's the best thing I can tell you. Because the front end of your overall energy, even though you're trapped in fear, because now you done made a decision, and now a lot of y'all, you fucked up. And I thought he was so nice and he stood me up and I had to let him go. Yeah. When you get unfuzzy and you get back to being focused and out of the conflict and the confusion, because it's about how you're feeling now, the trapped in fear will dissipate. I promise you it will. Those of you that are going to have to grind through the holidays by yourself, I'm sorry, but if you're doing so because you made a decision to get rid of the bullshit in your life, say it, then be happy. Be happy. And just be happy the universe gave you that opportunity, because the universe has done some funky things before, especially if they're lessons you haven't learned sufficiently, and throw you back in some shit and have you miserable for the next decade. So if you got to run the last Christmas of this decade out by yourself, I promise you the beginning of the year, it's going to change. Those of you that are already going through those changes, you know what I'm talking about. When we get to tomorrow's energy, and be mindful, universe don't give a fuck about time, so this could be tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, or Tuesday, or Thursday, whatever. Passion ignited. So some of you, in the midst of feeling like you can't move forward and you don't have any focus and you're confused and fucked up about some shit, you may very well meet somebody. Woo. But, it's always a but, you're going to have to achieve some balance. And for some of you, and again, this is really about the universe, don't give a fuck about time, don't. So some of you are going to, be done with somebody this week and be looking at somebody next week. Or somebody may be looking at you. The point here is that you need to get yourself in balance. That's coins and pentacles, damn it. That's us. Get yourself together and come out of this emotional loss. Don't get stuck here. Don't get stuck in the trapped in fear. And then popped up twice now. Don't get stuck in that energy where you can't move. It's okay to feel the loss. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be confused and conflicted about some shit. The point, though, is that you don't ever stay in that energy. Walk around in a circle in the energy. I'm confused. I'm conflicted. I'm scared. Say some shit out loud so you can move forward. There's nothing wrong with any of these feelings. It's just as long as you don't stay in them too long. Once again, some of y'all are going to be like, ooh, where you come from? Hey, how you doing? But make sure you're not overdoing it on any end. I'm not telling you what to do, far be it. But make sure you're in balance. It's that kind of energy. This is that weird, funky, fucked up energy where people notice the wrong shit about you. You broke your heel. Damn, I didn't need to hear that right now. That kind of shit. And so if you meet somebody, let's just say, for example, you meet somebody at the club Saturday night. And yeah, everything is good except they notice, why do you keep staring into space? Hello? Get yourself in balance and let go of some of this decision-making shit and people walking away from you and you walking away from people because you're trying to get your shit together. Let some of that shit go. Just let it go. When we get to Saturday's energy, somebody, I'm telling you, I know y'all like, nah, everybody looking at me. Somebody got the hots for somebody and they are singing at the top of their damn lungs. Are you listening? They see you. We're going to leave the reward part out because we ain't there quite yet. But the recognition, they see you. They see you. Whoever they is. Whoever that one little person you may have had one little brief encounter with, but it was just off the charts when you had it. They see you and got the hots for you. Keep your eyes open, Taurus. Keep your eyes open. The very person you think ain't singing your praises is all about you. And you don't even know it yet. When we get to Sunday's energy with the judgment, coming back to the decision making, for those of you that haven't necessarily made a decision, but you're feeling all of this emotional loss shit because some shit didn't work out, we'll come right back here to the judgment card, another major card. You're going to have to make some decisions. You may have to, the bigger issue with this and the energy coming from this is about forgiveness. You may have to forgive somebody for something so you can just do the shit you're supposed to be having, a triumphant success. I'm just saying. You may have to make that call. You may have to make a judgment call about some shit. I'm not fucking with you no more because you keep messing with me and you're not being nice. I'm just saying. But you may have to make that, and you may have to forgive somebody in the same process so you can move on to this. We're in this energy. Don't act like we are not in this energy. We are very much in this energy. Almost to the point, whatever you want, you can literally pluck it off a tree. You just have to know that you can have whatever it is that you want. Just saying. So you make that judgment call, but be humble about it. For those of you that are in this energy, just be humble about it. Forgive them and move on. Excuse me. Don't stay stuck in the decision-making process. Do what you need to do and move on. And as you're doing what you need to do, you're going to come back to this. Whoever and whatever this is, whatever situation this is, some of you, this may be, you may be shutting down somebody who's trying to pull a third party situation, however that's resonating. Or you may be shutting somebody down that wants to commit, but once they commit, you know they're not going to commit. One of them type folk. Do what you need to do. It's going to come back. This person is going to try to come back. Whoever the fuck it is, you need to forgive and tell them to be on their way. They're going to come back. So be as clear. I said clear, not confused. Be as clear and concise as you can be about whatever information, whatever you're trying to communicate, whatever message you're trying to communicate. Get your boundaries. Make sure you got them intact. So if you're saying goodbye and no to somebody, block them, delete them, whatever you need to do, and get ghost. And this happens. This is all probably going to happen at the same time for a lot of you. You're going to be saying goodbye to somebody, and somebody going to be saying hello on the other side of that. So just be mindful of that. But for those of you that may have this extra eye person, do what you need to do. Say what you need to say. Know that they're probably going to try to come back at some future point. This is full moon energy. Like I said, you had about 90 days for anything that's coming out of this full moon to show up, finish up, whatever. So just know the person may try to come back. Most likely they will. And they'll come back with some bullshit ass song and dance. You broke up with me at Christmas and I was hurt. And it's almost Valentine's Day and I just want to know if you still love me. Nope. However that's resonating with you. I'm just saying, I'm putting that out there. When we get to Monday's energy with temperance and hope, it is always about having balance. And I think I said that up here with the 7 of coins. You got that passion ignited, but you're going to have that balance. On a bigger plane, those of you that are going to embark, you meet somebody and you know what, I'm going to try. I'm going to give them a couple dates and see how it go. You need to remain in balance. And now the song is a little louder and a little clearer. I'm talking about balance up here. Now I'm preaching balance down here. Balance. You got to get into some balance. And some of you going to have to do it quicker than others. Because like I said, universe don't give a fuck about time. So you broke up with somebody at 12 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. And here's a new person. That's how the universe works. And if you've really been trying to work on manifesting things and clearing your energy, trust me, it happens just that fast. It just does. There is always hope. And that's what's underlying all of this reading. The love part is the hope. Without it, you can't have no balance. So if you're not hoping for a good future, if you're not expecting the best in your love life, I'm going to throw that out there. If you don't have that hope, it ain't going to happen. Just know that part. When we get to Tuesday's energy, I said a player wasn't a player. It's the Taurus player. Those of you that are in the player, you might get busted next week. I'm just going to throw that out there. You might just get busted next week. I'll just throw the partnerships and alliances. And for a lot of you, it's not even about getting busted. And this is kind of where this judgment energy is coming from, where you may have to forgive somebody. You may not have to completely throw them out on their ear, but they may be misjudging some of your friendships. So this is going to resonate probably with a whole nother group of folk. However it's resonating, they're looking at you like you are the player. And you're trying to have a partnership and alliance with me. Why are you a player if you're... And they're misjudging. Okay? So make sure, I know I've said this once at least in this reading, that your boundaries, you've got your boundaries, and that other people that you're dealing with are aware of what the boundaries are. A lot of people, a lot of females, males, doesn't matter, have friends of the opposite sex and friends that they're really close to. And sometimes, if you're not aware of what the situation is, that closeness can appear to be something else, have you looking like player. I'm just saying. So just be mindful of that. When you do, especially if you're dealing with somebody, you know, who you find out just ape shit over you, and you know, wonder when can we date, and when can we go to Hawaii, and then Puerto Rico, and then what else do we do? Yeah, you got this person singing all your love and praises, and they see you giving Johnny Boo a hug, and they don't know that Johnny Boo is actually the kid you grew up with next door. Make sure you're communicating everything that you need to communicate. I'm not saying, I know in the other part of this reading, the sharing the wealth card, what is that? The 6 of coins, I think, popped up. And I'm telling you to keep that on the DL. Yes, that part is not going to change. But this part here, when you're dealing with relationships and people, you may have to very clearly state your intentions and what you're doing, because somebody might misconstrue what's happening, what's going on. I'll just throw that out there. Just throwing it out there. Let's see what the oracles got to say about the love thing. See the solution. Walk it off. Oh shit now. It's a team effort. Time for crayons, damn it, didn't I say it? And didn't I say expect the best? Didn't I? Okay, we're gonna come back to that. See the solution. Those of you that are up here trapped in fear, dealing with emotional loss and all this bullshit, and really that's what it is. It's just bullshit. See the solution. There's a way to pull yourself out of this. Yeah, you had to say goodbye to somebody, and it's all kind of fucked up. 12 ways to Sunday, just short of 6-pack. I get it. But see the solution. Understand what you did, what you've done, and why you did it. Just see the solution. There's nothing wrong with you taking a step back and saying, okay, I'll cut this person out because they made me feel this way. And you may have to say that to yourself several times, especially if you have any kind of chemistry with some of these people you done told beat it. But again, I can't say this enough. Congratulations and kudos to those of you that made those kinds of decisions to cut people out because you knew they weren't going to serve your greater purpose. See the solution of getting yourself back in balance and back where you need to be. Some of you are going to need to do it quicker than others. When you're dealing with somebody, this person, I don't know, this is weird energy. Like this person is mad at you, but they're not mad at you, and you're mad at them, and you are mad at them, but they want to kind of dick around with you for some reason. They're blocking this because you I don't know if I didn't say it before, you need to forgive and forget and whatever it is in this little cookie crumble right here so you can get on to the triumph and success. If you don't do this, you're going to end up with success and you're going to have this little orphan child just kind of hanging out here. I'm just throwing it out there. If it gets hot and heavy, turn into some kind of argument because this person wants to go off the rails because they really don't want to break up, walk it off. Get your shit, get your coat, your person, your hat, and get to walking. Don't stick around for part 2. Just go. And that's, I'm not indicating that there's anything violent there. What I'm telling you to do, though, is not get caught up in that violent, ugly, negative energy. And violent doesn't always mean somebody's putting their hands on you. Sometimes just the words that people can say can cut you right to the quick. So before you get all off into their energy that they're trying to generate just to keep you engaged and enthralled in their bullshit, walk it off. Time for crayons. Dealing with the emotional loss of having to let somebody go. Go color. I know I said, and it came up again, so something. Go color. Just do it. It's a team effort. And so those of you that are listening to this person talk all this shit. Oh, you're so wonderful. It's beautiful. Can I love you? It's a team effort. It's a team effort. So don't think you're going to walk off into some shit. And once again, you going to carry the 10 of wands thing like we did in the first part of the reading. Or, because some of you, I'm just throwing it out here because the energy is here. You may be thinking you done been through so much bullshit in 2019. It's the next person's turn to get, nah, it's a team effort, boo-boo. So you got to give in and put in just like the other person. Don't think just because you've been kicked around this year, and I feel you, I feel that pain, but no, you can't take it out on somebody else and have somebody else schlepping your wands around. So just remember, it's a team effort when you decide to get into a relationship, whatever part of it, the beginning, the middle, or the end. It is always a team effort. It always takes two to make things happen. Well, I know I said it and it showed up. I didn't think the card was going to show up. I just threw it out there. But damn it, expect the best. Expect the best. Expect the best. When you just start demanding that the universe brings you what the hell you're supposed to have, that's when you start getting it. I want this. And expect it. Don't expect anything else. Hope. Having that balance. And see, when you've got the right kind of balance, I know it takes work. I didn't realize being in balance and staying in balance and shit takes fucking work. It does. But at the end of all of that, whoever you're wishing for, whatever kind of situation you're wishing for and trying to manifest, just out the damn gate, expect the best. Don't doom it before it happens. I'm guilty. My hands in the air. It's not gonna work. Don't doom it. Expect the best. Expect the best. Taurus, you know I love you. You know I would not be sitting here talking to no damn air and a camera for 52 minutes if I did not love you. I love you all. I'm sorry I don't have my stones with me today. But I will be back up here. What do we roll through? Monday through Tuesday. I'll be back up here Sunday night. And I will also be back in the desert on Sunday. So I will look forward to seeing you all then. I hope everybody has a good weekend. I hope everybody's getting all prettied up the house with the Christmas tree and the hot chocolate and stuff for the holidays. If you're not in the Americas and you're celebrating something else, I'm wishing you the best as well. I love you guys and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.